yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all of these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked?
Bella Verita, I do think that we're coming from somewhere of the United States of America right now. Honor and privilege to be here, and Darren Prince and Ammo's Heart of Influence. Thank you, everybody, for being here on Fun Friday. It's a heavy Friday in the unblinded world. I'm on the way to services for the loss of beloved team members, beloved family member, keeping that private, who the folks are for now. But a deep and heavy heart we have for that loss, and I know others here are going through some medical scares with family members as well. But from that place, on this Fun Friday, Bella Verita, we're exploring the superpower of integrous influence, and please, on Darren Prince and James Amorosi's Heart of Influence, executive produced by Andrew Cattaneo. Please, Bella Verita, who's here?
First up, Sean Callagy, coming from Dallas, Texas. Serial entrepreneur, wellness expert, powerhouse in multifamily closing, 231 single-family deals in 3 years, managing partner at a capital firm, passionate educator teaching financial literacy and passive income strategies to investors nationwide, philanthropic force building homes and hope across Haiti, Belize, and beyond, where business meets purpose. Let's welcome to the show, Dr. Aaron Hudson. Dr. Aaron Hudson, welcome to the Heart of Influence. And Andrea may have shared in the green room that you get to share a fun fact. And this is like a headline fun fact, not a story, because then we'd be here through the weekend and we don't want that to happen. So it'd be a headline fun fact, Dr. Aaron, that would make us go, Dr. Aaron, no way. And how do you prefer us? Do you like Dr. Aaron or do you?
Aaron is great. Aaron is great.
All right, Aaron. So Aaron, your fun fact.
My fun fact is I ran 16 marathons. And while training for the marathon, I ran a 20-miler with an 18-month-old and a 6-month-old in the stroller.
Whoa.
Oh, my God, Aaron. Celebrate 15 marathons. That's 16. Even more exhausting.
16. She wants to make sure it's on. You know it's 16, not 15. It is 16 marathons.
16. That's even more exhausting than 24 hours of you being mad at me. Aaron, congratulations. Bella, who else is here?
Congratulations, Aaron, especially with the two little ones. That is awesome. And next up, coming from Patterson, New Jersey, expert in acupuncture and oriental medicine law, ethics, and regulations with over 2 decades in dedicated service, recipient of multiple awards pro bono efforts, chair of the Professional Ethics and Disciplinary Committee for the National Commission for Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine, co-authoring Code of Ethics, overseeing nationwide misconduct cases. I got a misconduct case for you, Mike. Let's welcome Mike Taormina to the Heart of Influence.
Mike, a warm welcome to Darren Prince and Ammo's Heart of Influence. Mike, misconduct all over the place from Bella Verita. We'll get back to that later.
Don't
but
believe
Mike,
it.
please, what is your headline fun fact?
Oh, you're on mute, Mike.
You're on mute, Mike. Sorry about that. It's sometimes people prefer that with me, but John mentioned in the green room bucket list, so I'm going to go with bucket list. I've had the opportunity to speak on every single continent except one, so Antarctica's on the list.
Wow. And Mike, what was your favorite continent? If you could go back to a continent tomorrow, what would it be?
For speaking purposes, it was Africa.
Africa. That is extraordinary. Well, Mike.
So, and we're going to get Mike speaking in Antarctica at the station there, Bella Verita. So, Mike, warm welcome to Heart of Influence, Bella. Plato, the Greek philosopher, said, "Play a game with me for an hour. We'll learn more about each other. We speak for a year." So, please, Bella Verita, let's go.
Let's go from Freehold, New Jersey. Oh, wait, from Freehold, New Jersey. Went to treatment after years of addiction in 2009. A huge part of his life has helped hundreds work through their personal battles as well. In 2023, lost over 75 pounds through diet and exercise. Congratulations. Completely resetting his body to reach new heights and levels. Ran an investment firm deploying growth capital for 20 years, funding hundreds of companies, created a family office during COVID with a high focus in tech-based platforms. Let's welcome to the show, John Fierro.
Hey, everybody. How are you guys?
John, warm welcome to Darren and Ammo's Heart of Influence, John, and please, your fun fact.
Oh, my fun fact is, I'm a dedicated bucket lister. I like to knock them off and add more every year.
So, John, what is at the top of your bucket list?
8,000 people have been here.
Oh man, the top of my bucket list. You know, I just turned 50, so there's a legacy of things on there. But this year, you know, I'm planning on doing the Kilimanjaro in the beginning of a 2026.
Kilimanjaro, climbing mountains. That's no small feat. John, this won't be nearly as hard as climbing Kilimanjaro, but are you ready to have some fun?
Absolutely. Let's do this.
Let's do this with that Jersey
Let's go,
accent.
John.
Let's do it with that Jersey accent. Next, from Lake Worth, Florida, first-generation Colombian American whose childhood hustle and curiosity for finance began with decoding his parents' 401k. Proudly served in the military. Thank you for your service. Sharpened skills, developing an amazing ability to simplify complex financial matters for everyday people. Now on a mission, wealth-driven advisor, committed to helping families grow and protect assets with clarity and a deep sense of purpose. Let's welcome to the show, Hector Mena.
Hector, warm welcome to Ammo and Darren's Heart of Influence on this Fun Friday. And Hector, please, what is your fun fact?
Well, Michelle and I basically found a 5.7 carat yellow diamond in the crater of diamonds about 5 years ago. It was in the news. Unfortunately, she knocked the bucket over and someone else found it 3 days later. Somebody found that diamond literally where she dumped the bucket and she just left it there. And
Accidentally.
Accidentally. And 3 days later, somebody found that 5.7 carat yellow diamond, the Crater of Diamonds, exactly where she dumped that bucket by accident. So that's our fun fact.
Oh my God, that is insane. Insane, Bella Rita. We're having some fun today on Fun Friday. Let's not misplace 5.7 carat diamonds, Bella. Let's go.
Yeah, let's not misplace 7.5 carat diamonds. That is some misconduct right there. But welcome, Hector, to the Heart of Influence. And I'll go with the other half on your screen, coming from Lake Worth, Florida. Advocates for women financial independence, believing that money provides both voice and choice, combines analytical prowess and heartfelt guidance to build lasting wealth, dedicated to turning financial goals into tangible assets. Let's welcome to the show the woman who lost the 5.7 yellow diamond, Michelle Mena.
Okay, so fun fact, I'm originally from New Jersey, born and raised, and Hector and I dated in high school and found each other 27 years later.
26.
26.
High school sweetheart.
Fine ass guys
We found each other and the diamond.
And the diamond, right?
Well, that's why we probably lost the
What
diamond,
high,
because we
what
found
high
each other.
school?
Dover?
Dover.
What
Yeah,
Jersey
Morris
high
County.
school did you guys go to?
Dover High.
Dover High,
Morris County.
near Morristown.
Unbelievable. I'm landing in Morris County in a few moments. That is hysterically coincidental. Warm welcome to the Heart of Influence. Bella Rita, Morris County landing coming up. Over to you.
Morristown Landing coming up. Next up, coming from Warren, New Jersey, empowers business owners through financial wellness workshops, bridging the gap between knowledge and action, combines analytical powers and heartfelt guidance to build lasting wealth. Champion women's financial power, because money gives voice, choice, and a seat at every table. Let's welcome to the show, Abby Vesivio.
My fun fact, I'm taking it way back.
We know this amazing human. Miss Vesuvia, warm welcome to the party. And please, what is your fun fact?
My fun fact goes all the way back to the 5th grade, where I created a secret language with my lifelong best friend that I now share with my 3 grown children. Makes for a good time in public.
What is the name of the language?
Op.
Op.
There you go. Bella, I think we have a lot to learn. We have our own language. More to come. Bella, over to you.
More to come in our own language. That sounds like super fun. I'd like to have my own language. We'll have to get to that in a different time. But let's go to the reason that we are all here. Coming from a hospital's bedside, his mother from New York, a seasoned entrepreneur with over 35 years, including founding a private equity firm, driving growth for founders, valuing personal connections, and recognizing the unique contributions of every individual. Known for his relentless drive, transformed industries, and empowered countless businesses to achieve extraordinary success. Let's welcome to the show, James Ammo Amorosi.
Thank you for that beautiful intro, Bella.
Brother Ammo, I know you have a ton on your plate, brother. It is unbelievable that you're here today. You are who you are, man. And this growth, heart, impact, integrity, that's who this man is. And Mr. James Amorosi, please, your fun fact, and thank you so much.
Thank you for those warm words, John. Appreciate it. And safe landing, my friend. Very interesting panel here. I could say things about each one of you because it's unique. My fun fact is interesting. Bella and I share a beautiful special need. It's called dyslexia. So when I self-diagnosed way back 100 years ago, when my first dojo, because I own dojos as well, my first dojo, I self-diagnosed. That was the precursor to my SNAP program, my Special Needs Adaptive Program, which we go out and teach, autistics, CP, MS, autism spectrum. We teach a whole program at facilities. That was the facilitator of it. So proud to say, Bella, we share that together.
That is super fun.
Thank you. It gets no more heart center than this man. And of course, his amazing partner in impact coming up. Amo, thank you for being here today, brother. And thank you. Bella Vreda, that is a
Pleasure.
warrior. Over to you.
That is a warrior for sure. And the producer that brought us all here together, coming from Nutley, New Jersey, the deal attorney, having led over 200 capital market transactions in the past 25 years, taking companies public in the 7 different ways to do so. 2 years out of law school, built a $1 million solo practice from her basement as a single mom with 2 young daughters, proudly serving for over a decade on the board of National Investment Banking Association, helping companies get connected to thousands of members and funding sources, executive producer of The Heart of Influence, general counsel and chief ecosystem officer at Callagy Law. Let's welcome to the show, Andrea Catania.
Andrea, as we so beautifully love to refer to you, AC is in the building. And AC, before you get to your fun fact, how many push-ups did you do today? And if you wouldn't, well, let's go with this. This is a 30-year plus attorney, so we're not going to ask specific for age. That's up to Andrea to share. How many push-ups did you do today, Andrea?
575.
Unreal. And your fun fact, please.
I have a secret passion for kickboxing.
Oh.
Never told me that. That's why it's
Yeah,
a secret.
Amo, let's go. Let's see it. Let's see this start to throw down.
That's it.
Round
I'm gonna see a spinning hook kick.
Amo, the Kumite. Andrea
Let's
style
go.
coming up.
Spinning hook kick.
Andrea, thank you for everything you do to make this happen, and appreciate
Amen.
you for everything you are, Andrea. Thank you.
Thank you, Sitch. Really appreciate that.
Bella Vreda, come on.
Let's go. Let me introduce my co-host, the man that Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. He beats world champions like Becky at body surfing competitions. He is only one of 2 attorneys to win 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016, and the only one that's blind out of 1.2 million attorneys. In fact, the state of New Jersey actually named him one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys. He has spoken on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, Tony Robbins 18 times. And when he's not busy flying around speaking on stages, he's an incredible philanthropist that raised nearly $10 million for charity in 2 years. Let's welcome to the show my co-host from 30,000 feet up in the air, Sean Callagy.
Well, thank you, Bella. Thank you, Emma, Andrea, everybody for being here on this Fun Friday. And I will go with this as my fun fact. This is the first time I have done The Heart of Influence from an airplane. I am much grateful for it. And the last private flight I was on was just 2 weeks ago. And Bella, that was us returning from Boston and the Neurosurgeon Conference. Where I had the blessing and privilege of speaking to America's brain surgeons with Mike Eruzione of the Miracle on Ice as somebody that I was speaking with literally together at that event. So that is my fun fact for today, Bella Vreda.
That is a super fun fact, Sean, flying all over, serving people as you do.
Thank you. And now I'm going to introduce the woman who's been doing the introducing. This woman began her career in influence as an 8-year-old selling crafts on her parents' front lawn. By the age of 19, she was a 7-figure business generator in network marketing. Teenager, network marketing, $1 million. They don't go together, but they do with Bella Vreda. 24, 25, 26 years old. She's three-peating like Michael Jordan, except not in hoops, but instead in a male-dominated industry as Nevada's #1 business broker. She was 24, 25, and 26 years old, first woman ever to do it, youngest person, male or female, ever to be Nevada's #1 business broker. She then began to train entrepreneurs and Fortune 500 companies. In fact, in 2019, every sales team she worked with doubled their sales. Skier, surfer, scuba diver, adventurer. She learned it from a blind man. Don't ever listen to her. Anyone in the world. If she says it was from YouTube, she's also raised $10 million as a philanthropist with the Unblinded team over the past couple of years for charity. And this incredible woman, who's a 2-time published author, battled and defeated cancer in 2023. Let's welcome to Ammo and Darren's Heart of Influence, the woman that put the heart in it in her 1700th plus episode, the one, the only, Bella Burrito.
So
Miss
I'm
Bella
going to
Burrito.
go. Yes. Yes, I'm going to go with the fun fact is I may have just a few hours ago booked a shark diving scuba trip for my co-host. Now, I don't know if this is going to get me into any misconduct issues if I try to feed him to sharks, but I guess we'll have to find out later. But that is my fun fact for today.
That is an extraordinary fun fact. I'm sure we have lots more to discuss, but there's much excitement coming up in my future, I am sure. So, Bella Rita, thank you, and let's get to rock and rolling with this growth-driven, heart-centered, integrous, masterful crew on this fun Friday. Bella, please.
Let's do it. And I think we should kick this off with Dr. Erin. I think she is ready to go, ready to bring the energy. So let's kick it off with Dr. Erin.
All right, Dr. Erin, here's what we're doing. We are having a little fun doing some introducing, but we are dealing with serious business because we're exploring the superpower of how we cause yes, not just any yes, not pitching, not hooking, not closing, but instead, what does it look like when heart-centered, integrous people come together and yes should happen? So to illustrate this, you're about to join, Erin, the 8,000 plus people who've gone down this beautiful path. Now with some review later on from Actualized Intelligence, more to come from that later. But Bella will be anybody you want her to be, Dr. Erin. She could be an ideal patient. She could be a charitable fundraising partner. Heck, she could be somebody famous like Oprah Winfrey or Warren Buffett. Anyone, Dr. Erin, that you'd want to be causing a yes with. We are not Wolf of Wall Street, nor are we Shark Tank or Boiler Room, so it doesn't have to be a final yes. It could just be a yes for a longer conversation. So please, Dr. Erin, who would you like Bella Rita to be that you're going from hello to yes with?
Well, who would I like her to be? Shoot, I'm going to say Oprah Winfrey. She has a great giving heart and is all about impact, as am I. So how about that?
Nope.
Do it.
Okay, so I just go for it?
Yep. Hello, this is Oprah.
Hi, Oprah. This is Erin Hudson. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
Great. It is an absolute honor to be connected with you. And I know you are all about impact. So I have something that I just kind of wanted to run across to you and see what your thoughts are. How about it?
All right. Well, my team set this meeting up. I only have a couple of minutes. And so, you have to tell me as much as you can, and then we might have to continue the conversation.
Fantastic. Well, let's go for it. So I'm going to ask you first, what is the biggest problem in our country?
Well, I think we have several of them right now, but I don't think we have the time to go into all of those right now.
That's okay. I'm going to tell you, it's housing.
Housing.
Yes, housing. The average home in the US is now over $400,000. And what if I were to tell you our homes are only a fraction of that? And at our company, Stay Uncontained, we have these fully equipped, moved in container homes that start at $40,000. Yes, I said it, $40,000. And the cool part is they can be delivered to any of the lower 48 states. And I just want to share with you this. I mean, I'm so glad we're on this Zoom call because this isn't just a shipping container. This is a solution. And I just want to share with you what they look like. Well, first of all, this is a shipping container.
Yep.
And this is the inside of a shipping container.
Yep.
And here is what we turn them into. Here's the inside right here. And these babies, they start, a 20-foot shipping container starts at $40,000. And our 1-bedrooms, they start at $65,000. So here's the good news. Each is complete with all the utilities, and they're designed for like max comfort. They have great quality. And of course, you saw the style. And these homes, they're used for short-term living. They can be used for single mamas for affordable.
So real quick, Erin, because I'm gonna have like 30 seconds. So what is it that you need from me?
Okay, so check this out. We're getting ready to launch this multi-million-dollar project in Texas, and we're going to serve over 12,000 homeless individuals this year. And we're currently working like directly with the governments. But yes, as you know, it's more than just a product. It's like we're on a mission. So I need your help. And
what
so,
do you need though? I don't know what you need. You need sponsorship. You need money. You need, what do you need? I got 10 seconds.
So here's the deal. It's for business owners, for those that might have a heart for philanthropy or looking to create a charitable arm within their company. And right now we're looking and accepting donations and contributions.
So you need donations.
Yes.
Is that what you're asking for?
One single home or fund a village or be part of the impact. I don't know. If you believe in solutions and want to help us scale, here's your moment.
Got it. Okay. Well, as I mentioned, I got to run and I wasn't sure, but let's get with my finance team and we'll see what we can do.
All right. If you're ready to build impact and create freedom, I'd love to talk with you. Let's explore more.
Let's explore more. Awesome job. Dr. Erin, 3 minutes. Hello to yes. That's what it looks like. Phenomenal job. And so now we got Mike stepping up to the plate. And Mike, who would you like for me to be?
I think you should be a politician, and we're going to address the number one problem that I believe in this country, which is healthcare.
Okay. All right. That is, I have played a lot of roles, and I think a politician is the most difficult one to play. But I got this, Mike. Any particular politician?
Doesn't matter. They
Not
all
that I
face
would
the
know
same.
anyway, but
They all say the same thing.
It doesn't matter.
all right. Hello, politician Bella.
Yes, hi, Bella. This is Michael Taramina. I'd like to go over some options for this country that I believe make us more healthy and cost-effective approach to healthcare.
All right, I got a couple minutes.
Okay.
I think you made a $5,000 donation for this 3 minutes, so it's yours.
There you go. Thank you for your time. We spend 1/6 of all our money on healthcare in this country. That's more than double any nation, and it's more each day. So I want to ask you, why do you think we rank in the bottom of all industrialized nations, the very bottom, in amendable mortality rates? If you're not familiar with that means, amendable mortality are deaths before the age of 75 that are preventable with timely and effective healthcare. How can we spend way more than any other country by a mile per capita, boast the highest quality healthcare in the world, yet rank at the bottom of our peer nations when it comes to preventing untimely deaths? The reason for this is because our approach to healthcare is catastrophically reactive. It's fundamentally designed to address the costliest care. It's creating consumers and customers, and unless they're sick, that's where the profit is made. So we're creating profit sources because business is too involved in healthcare. So ask yourself this: when do foreigners come to access our healthcare? Not when they're healthy. They come to access us when they're sick because we offer the best sick care in the planet. But unless we redesign our approach to addressing preventable disease and chronic illness, we will continue to spend too much too late. If you can come up with some alternatives that are natural with less side effects, that are cost effective and preventative, would that be something that would be attractive to you and your constituents?
It sounds very interesting. You know, people are always coming to us with different proposals. Why do you think the people will listen to this proposal?
Well, because there are solutions that are proven to be safe and effective on alternative healthcare, for example, natural medicine, where we can cut down the amount of invasive surgeries, cut down on the days in a hospital, and most importantly, the granddaddy of them all, cut down on the amount of prescriptive medications, which dominate our healthcare from cradle to grave. So if I can come up with some solutions like acupuncture, chiropractic medicine, and other forms of natural healers that can cut down on those most expensive components of healthcare by adding them more to the equation and becoming a more holistic approach as a nation, don't you think that that will put us in a better position to bring down preventative mortality rates?
I definitely think it does. It is very interesting, what you've proposed. Obviously, we've got some channels to go through, but, maybe if you can put together a presentation, you can come down to our offices here and give us a presentation and we can see how we can go from there.
Great. I appreciate the skepticism, reminding you that I do this not for money, not because anyone's paying me, but purely for charity. Ever since 9/11, where I saw natural healers come in and help the first responders, I've been involved ever since then as their champion advocate. There is no money for me being paid by anyone I represent. So your skepticism is welcome. We'll send you the data and we'll follow up from there.
Sounds great. Fantastic job, Mike. Great job, Dr. Aaron. And now we get to the feedbackers, otherwise known as judges. And so judges, this is the time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. And so it's going to be 30 seconds of feedback for Mike and Dr. Aaron, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then like a little scoring system as to what is that next step. Is that next step you'd rather go to the dentist and have a root canal than have a longer meeting with Mike or Dr. Aaron? I don't think anybody's going to want a root canal today. So maybe that next step is a little mocha chocolate and a little croissante for a little bit longer of a meeting. But if that's not enough time, and you want to know more about the healthcare or more about these houses, then maybe you want to take them to dinner, like the Capitol Grill, getting a private room and having like the dinner and dessert and all the thing. But if that's still not enough time, Ammo, then maybe somebody here would be willing to get a private jet like Sean and fly anywhere in the world with Dr. Aaron and Mike, because you can get a lot of business done on a private airplane. So let's kick it off with Michelle. And Michelle, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Dr. Aaron? Oh, just unmute for us.
Okay. The feedback, I'm new to this, so you have to be patient with me.
Everybody's new to it, so it's quite all right.
Okay. Oh, okay. So my feedback with the house. So my daughter just bought a house in New Jersey, right? So I understand the pain of buying an expensive house, but a smaller house, right? So my feedback is that I would purchase one of her houses knowing that you can purchase something small and intimate and design it the way you want it to design it, and it's still an ample place to live and you're happy. Is that good?
Yeah.
Something like that.
And so, Michelle, what is that next step with Dr. Aaron? You like going to dinner, getting on a private jet?
So, I would love a private jet, but I would start off with a nice intimate dinner and discuss our different options. And then from there, maybe go out and see a place that she had built. And see how effective it was for that family who purchased it. And then maybe we could go fly on a vacation somewhere since we saved money.
Saving money on houses, flying away. Great job on that, Michelle. And let's go, Hector. Hector, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Dr. Aaron?
Dr. Aaron, it was a really good presentation. I just feel like you were very passionate about it, but just overexcited. And I couldn't do that myself, so I get it and I feel it. So I understand. But I mean, the message came across very nicely. I think if you maybe slow down a little bit in your delivery with that, your energy and your passion came through, and how important it is to you to get, people to understand that this is a viable option for folks that, maybe don't have the income to meet a traditional mortgage or something, or just don't have the assets to buy a home these days because everything's so high in value. With that, maybe try to, hone in on that a little bit more, and be passionate about maybe, realizing where they're at. And this is probably a really good solution for them. Something like that would probably be,
Beautiful.
a better idea.
And so what is your next step with Dr. Aaron?
Well, I'd love to take her out to dinner and, discuss that, and just, pick her brain and feel that, hey, there's other options. I'm always a firm believer that when you put two minds together, even three or four, good ideas pop up sooner or later to where you'll be able to refine that approach or that delivery.
Amen for that, Hector. And let's go. Thank you for that. And let's go, Miss Abby Vesuvio. How about your 30 seconds for Mike?
Sure. So for Mike, you can hear the passion in your voice, your excitement. I definitely think that there would be more to discuss. You dropped a lot of certainty, but it left a lot of questions in my head that I would love to explore. My next step would definitely be a meeting to continue the discussion, for sure.
Continue the discussion. Thank you for that, Abby. And Abby, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Dr. Aaron?
Dr. Aaron, you also left me very intrigued. You dropped starting prices on different models. The fact that you ended the conversation with saying, you can sponsor one or a village left a lot of questions unanswered for me. I would definitely move to the next meeting to find out more.
Beautiful. Thank you for that, Abby. And let's go backwards because I forgot. How about Hector, your 30 seconds of feedback for Mike? And just unmute.
I know I keep doing that.
Michelle
Sorry.
keeps controlling. Mike's delivery was awesome. He was very passionate, and I just feel like he really hit on a lot of points all in a little condensed period of time. With that, just maybe a little bit slower in his pace, but I know he wanted to get out as much as he possibly could in the short amount of time that he had. So with that said, he was just very passionate. I could see that he wants to, make it known that, he's out there to help people and build a better cause, or get his cause going, and just basically refine it in a way that, you want people to understand where you're coming from, which you do a really good job at, but it's just more like, how can I say, slow it down too? That's about it.
Got it. Thank you for that. And your next steps with Mike?
Yeah, have dinner with him as well and talk it over and see, hey, again, I see your passion and everything. I'm really appreciative of, of your accomplishments and everything.
Awesome.
We've been around the world and all that. So yeah, stuff like that.
Beautiful. Thank you for that, Hector. And then let's go, John. Or no, Michelle, how about your, please, 30 seconds of feedback for Mike?
For Mike, I was very impressed by his knowledge of thinking outside the box on both ends of healthcare. I'm in healthcare myself. So I would definitely want to sit down and have a conversation with him about his other ideas and just about healthcare, because there's so many components that I don't think people really understand with serving people. So
beautiful. And your next steps would be?
To go out to dinner and pick his brain.
Another dinner and picking brain over filet mignon. Thank you, Michelle. And how about John? How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Aaron, please?
Yeah, hi, Aaron. I thought it was a great pitch. I love the space. I love the products. I have some friends that are in that space. I thought your pitch was great. Your choice of picking Oprah, and knowing your audience when you pick them, what are you looking for them to bring to the table to what you're looking for? I thought you could have probably used her to be more of a face behind, the mission that you were trying to accomplish, than asking her to help raise, capital around it. But outside of that, your audience in that space. I'd love to see how I could assist you. I got some friends in that space. I think that there's a couple of roads to go in, and you just pick a lane. Yeah, I lived in Hawaii. They just been through a massive destruction over there. And a lot of my friends.
And so what was the next step, John?
I think we should connect over a Zoom and maybe meet face to face at some point soon.
All right.
I love it.
Climbing Kilimanjaro. Let's go. We got Sean back. Hello. I think we got Sean back. Let's go. Ammo, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Mike, please? Mike, you got to unmute Ammo too.
I got it. Sorry about that. I think Mike did an incredibly strong job of presenting his case in terms of a very, very sensitive topic, one that definitely needs to be addressed. He came in with great statistics and facts to support his position. I think his argument was very, very valid. I liked the fact that he would follow up with you, and you could continue that discussion. I thought it was a great job, Michael.
Beautiful. And what would be your next steps with Mike?
Well, I'll probably be having lunch with Mike probably next week or two. So he's a personal friend of mine. But I would like to go out and further the discussion over a nice little surf and turf, maybe. You know what I mean?
There we go.
A little surf and turf, and then let's go. Your 30 seconds of feedback for Dr. Erin.
I thought Erin was extremely passionate about what she was pitching. I love the fact that you had some displays. All right, we saw some pictures of the deal. It was great. I like the fact that you emphasized the price point because it's so affordable. I thought that was a smart angle to come in at. I'm like a New York guy. I would have went for the juggler a little sooner as to what I wanted from her. But man, it was awesome, passionate, very supportive with your pictures and the visual. So great job to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ammo, and I think we lost Sean again. So I'm gonna just see if I can quick try to call him on FaceTime.
If you call him, can I talk to everybody real quick?
Yes.
While you doing it? All right. So what you don't know, Mike's a personal friend of mine. And what you don't know about him, he's an extremely humble guy. He's written several books, extremely successful. Michael gives all proceeds. He donates it to causes that he's passionate about. Second piece about Mike is it is not even on his bio. He's a real estate tycoon. And just recently exited a big portion of his real estate portfolio for probably a ridiculous number. So Mike is an extremely astute investor. Abby, are you related to Mike Vesuvio? I mean, I'm like, can't be coincidence, can it?
I'm Mike's sister.
You're a sister? There you go.
That is
I love
Mike's
Mike.
sister.
I love Mike. Mike is a friend.
We're down, Belvrita.
You are back.
Oh, Sean's back. Okay.
Oh, yay. Okay, because I was definitely doing some stalling because I didn't want to be on the hot seat, Ammo. And if Sean's not here, then I got to go on the hot seat. And so
you talk a big game, Belvrita. You talk a big game with putting me on the hot seat. Let's go.
Yeah.
I do. So this is the time in the show that I get to put my co-host on the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about because I've been cooking them up as the show has been going on. Ultimately, Ammo, you get to choose what scenario Sean goes from hello to yes on. You as you know, you can choose one of the scenarios or come up with something, or you can change anything. Yes.
Bella, let me say one thing to everybody you'd want to talk about a hot seat. Sean is legitimately blind. This dude scuba dives in the ocean. I can't get in the ocean because I know the things that go in there and bite you. I won't do it. He's blind and gets in the ocean. So that's a hot seat beyond the hot seat.
That is a hot seat.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. That is true.
Savage.
So, Ammo, option number one I have for you is Sean could play Michelle going from hello to yes with that other person who found the 5.7 yellow diamond going from hello to yes with them to convince them that she actually found it first and that they should give the diamond to her. So that is option number 1 I have for you, Ammo. Option number 2 is I thought Sean could role play Dr. Aaron going from hello to yes with J.R. Ewing. And in case you don't know who J.R. Ewing, he was the oil millionaire on the show Dallas. Since she's building her houses in Dallas, I thought J.R. Ewing would make a great investor of $1 million in her housing project. So that is option number 2, Ammo. And then option number 3 is I was on an airplane and I was so excited to be going to a Katy Perry concert that I got up and I grabbed the mic and I started singing Katy Perry, not knowing that that is highly misconduct. And so option number 3 is Sean would have to go from hello to yes with Mike to hire him to get me out of trouble for all of my airline misconduct relating to Katy Perry. So Ammo, those are the 3 options I have for you today. Which one of those tickle your fancy?
You know, unfortunately, I'd be a little biased here because I happen to love Sean and Bella so much, and I love them. Their playful bickering while we're on the show all the time. And Mike happens to be one hell of a attorney, even though he doesn't really practice that much. I would like to go with door number 3, option number 3, because I want to see you two struggle together. So let's do it.
I want to see us struggle together. And so, Ammo, I'm going to have some fun here. And so I think, where did Mike, did you go? Are you coming back?
I don't know. Is Mike there? There you go.
Oh, you're on mute, Mike.
Michael. You're on mute, Mike.
Sorry, it's just pouring where I am, so I'm here though.
But hold on, Bella, are you going to do a solo singing? Is that what I'm really? I mean, that was the big piece. Is you're going to sing on the airplane for me? Is that what it is?
I don't know about singing, but you can hear me roar.
Yes, Ammo.
We hear you roar, girl.
You're going to hear me roar. Fireworks are going.
Let's go.
So, Sean, you're going to go from hello to yes with Mike to represent me in a misconduct case because I, on an FAA regulated flight, grabbed the mic and started belting out some Katy Perry. And apparently that's against some FAA rules and we need some help.
All right. So I'm going to be asking Mike to represent you and go from hello to yes at that.
Yes.
Okay. And I'll be me or I'm you?
Ammo, would you like Sean to be me or himself?
Oh, he's going to be himself to talk Michael into representing you because of your misconduct, young lady.
All right. Hi, is Mike there?
Yes. How are you?
Mike, don't listen to him.
Mike.
Anything he said isn't true.
Hey, Mike, this is Sean Callagy, and I'm super grateful for the opportunity to communicate with you. Your reputation precedes you. I know that you have the choice of so many different places to be. So I'm incredibly grateful for you taking these 3 minutes today to have this conversation. Thank you very much. It's still a good time for you.
It is. What can I do for you?
Hey, so can I ask, what do you know so far? Why did you take the call in the first place? Because I don't want to just be repeating things. It's about Bella Verita. Just don't know what you know so far. What prompted you to even take the call? Again, super grateful, but what do you know so far, if anything?
I know that a friend of a friend is in trouble. That's the only reason why I'm taking the call. I have no interest in taking calls and fielding and representation. I actually sit on adjudication committees and I judge cases, but because this is a personal friend of a personal friend, I'm happy to hear and maybe advise and listen to what you have.
Mike, I'm super grateful. So from that place, your heart, your integrity, can I share a couple quick things to see what resonates or not with you?
Sure.
Yeah. So listen, Bella Verita is wonderful, incredible. I love her, all my heart, remarkable human being. And Mike, she's a little crazy. She's hyper defensive, hyper resistant. She does everything right all the time. I'm always wrong. You know, she's gotten this jam up with the airline and she's like, my singing voice is amazing. And she wants the airline to apologize to her for giving her a problem because she grabbed the microphone. So what this is really all about, Mike, is an intervention with Bella. So she begins to she begins to realize how, yeah, you know, and listen, dude, like, you know, she's an incredibly wonderful person, great energy, certainly physically presentable in the world. So you know how it is, right? She walks around the world and people fall over each other around her, about her. And when it comes to rules, this is not her strength. With your ethics, your integrity, your mastery, I will do whatever it takes to bring you into this situation to represent her, but also to help me support what I might, I don't know, I've done some research on, you know, AI. There's this thing called oppositional defiant disorder. And, you know, maybe that's in here somewhere. So, Mike, this is a remarkable human being with all the power in the world. But what I'd love to do is enlist your help to support her in this not really harming her public persona and also coming to a better and different place. So, Mike, you know, what say you? What can I answer? Or how would it resonate with you or not? To at least jump on a call together where Bella's going to tell you how right she is, how wrong I am, all the things. But I'm telling you, if we could just get a couple of these screws turned, this is an unstoppable force beyond Lucille Ball, beyond Oprah. It's right there, Mike. So, sir, how would it resonate with you or not? To jump on a 30-minute call, I'll do whatever is valuable and integrous for you to do so. Please, sir.
Sean, well, I will tell you this, that I'm always attracted to the underdogs and the sympathetic figures when I feel like they're unjustly accused. This is not that kind of case at all. This seems like a clear violation of FAA regulations. However, your passion for this individual does intrigue me, and it does make me want to get involved, because perhaps if we can weather this storm, this person will go on to bigger and better things. And I'd hate to see this ground her flight through life, and her screaming at the top of the clouds, I think is kind of symbolic. But we just got to get her feet back on the ground. So I'm happy to assist you in that. So I'll meet with both of you at your time of your convenience.
Mike,
Yeah,
I used to bite my tongue
Thank you.
and hold my breath.
Wait, you're not here. You're not here. You're not here.
Please control your
So,
client,
Mike,
Sean. Please control your client.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. So, Mike, this is like Lucille Ball, but Lucy. Like, she's Lucy. Like, there's always the idea. It's her idea. It's her way. She's got every cockamamie plan in the entire world of how it's all going to work out. Always wanting to get Ricky's attention and get a yes from Ricky. And if I even tell you the story of last night, it would knock your socks off. So I can't be more grateful. I can't be more appreciative. But she is a heart-centered human with a beautiful, beautiful proclivity towards Lucy of I Love Lucy, Lucy Ricardo, not even Lucille Ball, but then we want to get her to like unlock that Lucille Ball. So whatever it takes, Mike, to make this right for your time, your energy, I will make right. That's not just saying, oh, wow, I'll pay you. I know you're beyond just getting paid for things, but I will be absolutely present, philanthropically, whatever, to make this right for you, to add more value than you could possibly imagine and to build a lifelong relationship. So, Mike, thank you. And shall I set this call up with your assistant, Tom, as we set up this meeting?
Absolutely. As long as there's a mute button for Bella, we should have a very productive call on her behalf.
I will be the mute button, and I'll take my pounding for it. So thank you, Mike.
You.
Bella Margarita, out of roll. Bella, how did I do?
I think you did great, Sean. I don't want to be labeled as any something defiant, whatever it is that you're projecting. I think he's projecting, Mike. I don't defy anything.
Oh my God. Listen, Mike, that was super fun. You're awesome, dude. And again, I really mean it. Reputation precedes you. How was your time, Mike, on Darren Prince and James Ammo's Heart of Influence today?
Oh, I love it. I didn't know I was on. I thought it was for next week until 10 minutes before. I like being unprepared and being in these environments and challenging myself. And I really appreciate Ammo, and I know what he's going through. So my heart's with him. So being on his program, Heart of Influence, while my heart's with him, I think is symbolic too. So
thanks for that, Mike.
Well,
love you, brother.
Thanks. Yeah, absolutely, Ammo. And thank you, Mike. Dr. Aaron, how was your, well, first of all, how do you think I did talking to Mike, right, about Bella and supporting and serving her? And how was your time, Dr. Erin, on Ammo's Heart of Influence today?
Listen, I am like blown away. I've never been on part of seeing something like this, the way y'all walk this out. It's so fun to be interactive, and I'm sure that I've never heard of it before, but I'm totally glued and into your platform. And then like truly what really got me is in the beginning. It's all about heart, authenticity, love, impact, business, entrepreneurs coming together, all going and trying to rise up, right? So I just absolutely love how this is put together. It's super awesome. Again, I was asked to be on last minute, and I didn't even realize I was supposed to be pitching somebody, so I screwed up on that. I just thought I was coming to deliver something that I wanted y'all to bite on. So thanks for letting me chime in, and it was a real delight. Super, super great. Wonderful.
Well, Dr. Erin, you were awesome. Thank you for doing that and driving this beautiful day forward, joining the more than 8,000 people that have been here. Great job, Dr. Erin. And let's go. Diamonds are forever, Bella. Diamonds are forever. Michelle, please. How was your time today?
Ready to go. Diamonds are forever. Diamonds are forever. I thought that I bought into both sides that, you know, that she should be convicted. No, I'm just kidding. I would want Mike on my side if I needed a lawyer, most definitely, how he articulates everything, and also has a sense of humor with it. So I think that ties in nicely together. But
no, that is
it was a
and Bella does not generally have oppositional defiant disorder. Bella is generally not a mismatcher. It is only that when I am not saying yes to what she wants me to say yes to. But yes, Michelle, thank you so much for being here.
That's fair.
An amazing job. Bella Vrita, like as we're going on the show today, I'm like, okay, like we're in the air, we're checking the sound. I'm like, okay, you know, I got to get going. We're in the air. She's like, what do you mean you got to get going? What do you mean you got to get going? I'm like, okay, I don't have to get going. So I got to get going. I got to get in the shower now. I'm like, okay, perfect. So Bella Vrita, please, let's see how everybody else's experience was for today.
Yes, that actually did happen. Let's go for Michelle's other half. Hector, how was your time with us? Phenomenal job in that feedback seat, setting us off. And how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
I had a really good time today. It was really nice to hear from all of y'all. And I just really feel like you guys are a really nice, tight-knit community that pretty much, you know, work well with each other, and you basically show that you all have passion and heart in what you do, and you're very dedicated and very successful in each one's individual practice. And it just seems like it's a really great community. So I had a really good time. Very informative.
Yeah, Hector, absolutely outstanding. Appreciate you a ton. And Bella, I just had a new idea for an episode of the Heart of Influence, or maybe a series of episodes for the Heart of Influence with the participants and judges. And it's going to be a doozy. Bella, over to you.
Ooh, sounds exciting. Maybe we'll introduce a secret language on that doozy of a show. So let's go, Abby Vesuvio. How was your time on your first Heart of Influence?
Fabulous. This is a tremendous platform. I mean, it says it right in the title, Heart of Influence. And I'd say heart is really what shined through here. It was great. I'm glad to be a part of it, and cracking up on the final role play. That was, you had me chuckling over here. That was pretty funny. But this has been great. Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah. So thank you, Abby. Thank you, Abby. And I appreciate that. And there's a new platform that Bella has been the rage of. And Bella, I think I just want the controls for the platform, and I'm going to invite all the fans from there onto one episode of the Heart of Influence. Back to you.
It sounds interesting. Let's go. John, hopefully this was much easier than climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. And how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
Oh, I thought this was absolutely fabulous. I'm glad I connected with Andrea again the other day. I thought the two participants were fabulous in their own projects. And it's nice and refreshing. Yeah, I got a healthcare platform as well. And, you know, I love the from healthcare to sick care. scenario that, that got my brain tingling a little bit. I got friends in the biohacking world, so I'm very familiar with what he's talking about. And, went from a little investment into an individual to lead into the whole biohacking world, which led me on, my journey in the weight loss and everything else. So this is exciting. This is a really exciting group of individuals, and I'd love to connect with you all. Definitely, Mike. I think we should somehow exchange some information. I got friends in all aspects of that space. I'd love to interconnect and intertwine you with.
Awesome.
Great. I look
Well,
forward to it.
John, thank you. Yeah, we're going to connect everybody up. Sounds awesome. Bella Vrita.
That brings us to the one and only Sean Callagy.
The one and only James Amorosi. Brother, your final. Thank you for everything you do, especially all that's going on. It doesn't come more growth-driven, heart-centered, integrous, and masterful than Amo. Over to you, sir.
Thanks for that, Sean. I appreciate it. I feel the exact same. Bella, it's too natural for you to be the bad girl. So now I know why Sean's head over heels over you, okay? He wants to straighten you out. Okay, that was an awesome role.
Supposed to be a secret.
I know. I thought that was a great role play, and I really that was made. That was a one made in heaven. That was a layup for me. Mike really is incredible. I forgot who said. I think it was Michelle said how articulate Mike was, and he certainly was. Mike is a very articulate and detail-oriented person. Bella, that was so funny. I wanted to hear the solo, though. We didn't hear that, Sean. I wanted her singing. And as always, Sean, incredible job pitching that 0 to yes. I thought this was a great panel. I could speak to every one of these people on this panel. I wish Darren was here to meet John, because John, you and Darren have a passion that you share with recovery. Abby blew me away that you were on here. Mike's sister. I love Mike. He's like a dearest friend to me. Dr. Erin, it was awesome. I know you got great causes down there. And of course, Mike is just awesome on so many levels. I wish we had more time to share with each other and really get into it, but we could follow up with everything. And Sean, really thank you once again. I know this is crazy for you flying in and doing the show on an airplane. So there's a lot of firsts today. So everybody, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It really helped me. It's been a crazy week, but say a prayer for my mother.
Absolutely. We most definitely will, Amo, and thank you so much for that deep share from your heart. And we've shared a couple gifts with you in the chat, and these are not like throwaway gifts. These really
Belle,
are.
do you have me? Oh.
I do now.
No, sorry to interrupt. Yeah, we had some confusion. Can you see me on camera or no?
I cannot. It was on a minute ago, but it's not now.
There you go. Sorry, guys. Thank you. Perfect. So sorry to jump in, Belle. I just want to say to Amo, thank you. And I was saying our thoughts and prayers are with your mom and our prayer team at Callagy Law. We do have a prayer team at the firm. I don't think too many 100+ person law firms have that. We do. So for sure.
Yours truly is on it. Yes.
Yes. And thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Yes. And in terms of the bad girl Bella part, Amo, you couldn't be more correct. So Amo, if you're like in 3rd grade, right? Bella is the girl for me that like steals my hat, like runs, and I chase her. Then I catch her and just gently take my hat back, and they start screaming and telling the teachers that I chased her and stole her hat. So that is like that is Bella Vrita to the T. Yes, and more to come on that.
I'm a pastor now, Sean. You can't be saying these things about me. I'm sweet and innocent now.
Yes, that is completely
he said 3rd grade. He did reference 3rd grade, right? Back into 3rd grade.
Yes.
Okay.
It is true that you're a pastor, but I'm going to run through ChatGPT some questions on that. Yes. So, yes, Bella Vrita, love you and appreciate you at the highest level. Thank you. And please, your final on today, Bella.
My final is I think I could now hire Mike for some misconduct because I definitely feel like I have been falsely framed here, all kinds of things said about me. So I think, Mike, we're going to be having a conversation about some misconduct later. But really and truly, this show is about you guys connecting. We provide the platform. So definitely, Andrea, make sure you're all connected. Definitely connect with each other and check out those gifts that I was mentioning in the chat that Sean will talk about. They are not throwaway gifts. I actually came on the show, sat in the seat of Dr. Aaron and Mike about 4.5 years ago. You'll be shocked to find out that I came here, planning on teaching Sean everything I knew about sales. And I quickly realized that there was a lot I didn't know. And the truth be told is there's no one that I learn from more on a daily and regular basis than Sean, because there's no one better at heart-centered, integrity-based human influence. So thank you all for being here. And Sean, back to you.
Amen. Sean, could I say one thing?
You can't say one thing because Sean is on mute, so I'm saying you can say one thing.
Okay,
and we're going a little bit over, but you guys are definitely but definitely say that thing.
Michelle and Hector, by the way, the diamond is sitting right next to each other, so you don't need that 5.7. You got each other, right? For sure. And you seem like a beautiful couple. Beautiful couple. And the last thing, I can't forget Andrea. There's a lot of crazy going on this week with people like there's stuff in the Callagy family that Sean alluded to earlier that's devastating. There's a lot of prayers to everybody, and Andrea, really appreciate you putting everything together like you do, and you always do. You're a magnificent human being and a powerful woman.
Amen. Amen to Emma. And I will say this in final. First, I have never done a Heart of Influence in a t-shirt. So that's a first, number one. Number two, although I think I'm representing Long Beach Island, New Jersey, so I'll go happily with that. And number two, I learned from Bella consistently all the time. We joke, we have fun. There's absolutely a Lucy Ricky dynamic for sure, but she makes me a better person every day. That is the absolute truth. So I thank you for that, Bella. And for everyone, it's really difficult to end in saying this, but if there isn't anything like what we do, if Harvard Business School, McKinsey and Bain Consulting, Deloitte, Oprah Winfrey, and Tony Robbins had a baby, it would be us, Unblinded. What we're a stand for is how people cause massive acceleration in the growth of their business, but also in its scaling and its impact in positive ways. And everybody in the world claims to be able to do that. But the truth is, there's missing pieces in everything. So if there's some resonance in any of this, we'd love to talk more and support you guys. If not, that's cool too. Thanks for being a part of all this and get to meet each other for sure and take that value away. We will have a breakdown with Actualized Intelligence because we're also a technology company now. And our tools are unparalleled in the world for lawyers, for business growers, for marketers, and everybody's talking AI. We weren't talking AI until now because we've been quietly building behind the scenes. So if you want to get some feedback on yourself through Actualized Intelligence, it will rock your world. And we have that for you by talking to one of our team members. So if that resonates, fantastic. We also have our book that's there for you. It's mind-blowing. But mostly, if you feel something's different here, then have a follow-up conversation if you want to grow what you're doing in a very meaningful way. We thank you. We appreciate you. I end every show by saying this. I may be physically blind, which I am, but I'm absolutely certain as to the possibilities for acceleration that sit right in front of all of us. With those possibilities sitting right there, Ammo, Bella, everyone, with the possibilities right here. Unfortunately, at some level, we are all blind.
And just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thanks, Eric. Great
Take
job,
care.
Ammo.
All right. Thank you, guys. Great job. Love everybody.
Take care.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Prayers.